Welcome to our 2024 PAOK Dharma teaching series. We're very honored to have Venerable Digha Lankara to continue the series on profound Pali Nikaya study on the first book of Digha Nikaya Shila Khanda Viga, DN1, which is now a course of the University of the West Community Education. It is the continuation of our teaching series titled The Profound Pali Nikaya Study and Discussion on its Daily Applications. We're also very honored to have University of the West in California, USA, and PAOK Sandarabhumi, Indonesia, to co-host the series. We're very excited that this teaching series is now officially one of the new community education courses at the University of the West. The teaching of this series is scheduled for 1.5 hours, including Q&A. Today is part 20. Before teaching starts, there are just a few housekeeping reminders. We're using simultaneous interpretation Zoom functionality for today's teaching. First, let's briefly go over the channel selection and take a minute to select a preferred language channel. If you see a globe icon on your Zoom screen, that is the interpretation icon. Please click on the globe icon to choose among English, Chinese, Indonesian, or Vietnamese based on your language preference. If you like to listen in English, we also suggest you still to go there to select English channel rather than stay at off or original sound channel. Otherwise, you will not be able to hear the English interpretation from Chinese or Indonesian interpreter during the Q&A portion. If you use a cell phone or mobile device, after you select the channel, please make sure to click Done to complete the selection. Please go ahead to select your preferred language channel now. If you have any questions, please send it to Zoom's chat room. As a quick reminder about proper Dharma learning etiquette, even though this is a virtual Zoom session, please dress appropriately, sit upright, and pay full attention during the teaching to show respect to the teacher and the Dharma. Thank you for your cooperation. Now that we're ready for the teaching, may we invite Sayadaw to start the teaching and the interpreter Bande and interpreter Dharma friends to start the interpretation, please. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. And let's start today's study, reciting the Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Welcome back to Nikaya study lessons. Today we are going to study about the Lohija Sutta, which is Digha Nikaya 12 Sutta. And in English translation, it is about the Lohija. Also, it is given the title Good and Bad Teachers. On the other hand, we can see blameworthy as a bad teacher, and unblameworthy is not subject to be blamed. Teachers. Okay, so in the past book of Digha Nikaya, DN1, which is called Sila Kanda Vaga Pali, it consists of 13 sutta altogether. And then we will study today is 12, so we will only have one sutta to complete. That is called Devija Sutta, as the last sutta of this book. I hope we can finish within two lessons, 2 classes, including review on the 5 mandate hindrances, especially. It is important to know what are the 5 mandate hindrances and how these 5 mandate hindrances are defined in this book of Sila Kanawaka. So if you have time, I suggest you to review where these 5 mandate hindrances are explained and why they are important to know. Okay, so for today's lesson, we will study about the Sutta, here, or Lohija Sutta. Then, as usual, we have an introduction about the Sutta, how it was preached, in which story, and where. So during the time the Buddha was traveling around the Kosala, it is one of the, you can say during that time, it is a country ruled by the King Kosala. So the name also the Kosala. And the Buddha was traveling around with 500 monks. Is considered as a large number of
Xin
company.
chào các bạn, thì hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục dịch tiếp cái phần kinh Nikaya. Thì
Then arrived to Silawatika. Salawatika, this is the name of
khi Đức
the
Phật
place.
đến Kosala, đi kèm với đi hộ tống ngài, đoàn tùy tùng của ngài là có 500 vị tỳ kheo.
Excuse me,
Và
Stella, I think you are in the wrong interpreting channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, fine.
Sorry, thank you.
Okay, so and when the Buddha arrived to Salawatika, then the one who the Brahmin called Lohija, we already have this kind, he was given the royal power by the King Kosala. Then he was living there. The remarkable issue is the Lohija, the Brahmin Lohija, has the even line of reasoning because something wrong conclusion through reasoning. Pali word is used as the Ditthikata. It is now say round view because the word Ditti in many places it represents round view. But here, because he followed to his own reasoning and make conclusion, it is not correct. That's why it is used as the Ditthikata. And the translation is giving us even line of reasoning. So we can see how he make his own reasoning and conclusion. Here, his reasoning is, suppose a sektist or Brahmin, through his own quest, he will probably find or discover a good doctrine or a good achievement for the sergeant, his sergeant, through his sergeant, he could attain such kind of good achievement. Then he trying to declare it to anyone else. I mean, trying to teach other people, trying to let other people know how this called good achievement can be attained. And in that case, the Brahmin law teacher assumed this is not correct way. If he attained by his own practice, there's no point to teach the other people. So his reason is, what can one man do for another? Then if he teach other, and then because he already attained something good through his own practice, the audience, they cannot do anything for that such kind of achievement to be better or something. That is why there's no reason to share. This is his reasoning. And yeah, he is giving the example, just like a man having cut through an old feather. It means through the practice he attained the good achievement. It means cutting old feathers and making new feathers, new bonds. So tying it up by himself, teaching to the others, collecting the followers. This is not good. This is not correct way. And because such kind of having audience, collecting follower, rooted in the attachment. The attachment is evil. That is why this is not the right way to do. Then he makes this kind of conclusion. What happened is, if somebody is teaching, or this is I have discovered through my practice, and you also can do by your own, it means he is making something wrong, his own conclusion. And this reached to the different religious teacher, who are teaching about the religious practice, in that case, including the Buddha. So this is his evil line of reasoning. And this he complained to all religious teachers who are teaching. Then, so the same as the other city, we already have this kind of story. If somebody, if the Buddha arrived to the place, the leaders invited. And in the same way, he liked to invite the Buddha for meal. And also he has heard about the good reputation of the Buddha, good report of the Buddha, Arahant Sama Sambuddha, etc. And at least he thinks it is good to see such kind of Arahant. So he himself recognized Buddha is Arahant. Also because he said the Arahant means the other also can be Arahant. It's good to see them. And this way, the Lohija, the Brahmin, he addresses to the Besika. He is actually a barber of his his followers. Something happened to him, and he asks Besika. In this one, this is just a name. It's not that important. But in Myanmar version of Pitaka, is say Besika. Not Besika, is Rosika, other than B, Rosika, just a name. So he asked the barber to invite the Buddha, and before inviting, and you ask, how is he and how is his heart? It's just a greeting, and invite tomorrow's meal. Then the Besika went to the Buddha and invited, and the Buddha accepted. Okay, then and the next day, he has provided the foods for the Buddha and Sangha in his home, Then he asked again to Besika to let the Buddha know the meal is ready and then to come. And the Buddha start to go to his house. Then the Besika, he already know about the Lohija's view or even line of reasoning. Then he likes to request to the Buddha to help in this case. And following to the Buddha in the close hand, and then he requests them. So this kind of evil thoughts occur to the Brahmin, and please trying to release from that wrong conclusion, wrong thoughts. In this case, the Buddha replying, so it may be well, it may well be so, it may well be so. I mean, yeah, it will be, as you has expected for. I can let him convince about the right reasoning other than evil reasoning. So the commentaries say the 2 times, not only 1 time. I mean, the Buddhas went to express his ability because he has already accumulated the perfection, the qualities to let the people know what is the right reasoning and what is the right view. This is not a big deal for him, that to show that, and the Buddha repeated this sentence for twice. And this is the commentary explanation. Then they arrived together to the Lohija's house, and he served the Buddha and Sangha the choice meat he has provided. Then after the Buddha asked, is it true whether he has an evil line of reasoning? Then he confirmed, yes, this is my view or my reasoning. He admitted. Then the Buddha gave the example. So here, if anyone say, because Basinati Kosala give the Lohija, Brahmin Lohija, for royal authority regarding the Salavatika city. So if he is governing, managing about that, about the town. But in this case, if somebody said that Brahmin Lohija reside in Salavatika and he should enjoy he should enjoy the entire fruits and revenues of Salavatika, whatever profits come from the Salavatika. He should enjoy, not giving anything away to others, including his family member and followers, attendants, employees. Actually, because he owned this and he should enjoy everything. If somebody say in this way, so the Buddha can ask him, that person saying in this way, be a source of danger to your tenants. I mean, those who are living depending on you, depending on your business. Whether he did or not, then he answered, yeah, it will be source of danger he's doing. Because if I enjoy by myself, not sharing with them, and they will be in suffer. That will be problem. And also the Buddha say, it will be solicitous. It's more considerate with a compassion, considering about their welfare or not. So yeah, that person will not considerate to my tenants, my father, those who are living depending on me. Because of that, and he say in this way, I should enjoy by myself. Then if not being considerate to other, thinking for the other's welfare, that person's mind will be full with love or hatred on them. So the Brahmin say, oh, his mind, his heart will be full of hatred to these, no compassion at all, no love at all. Okay, so if that person's heart is full of hatred, let's say the wrong view or right view. In this case, it's not a kind of religious view. We can understand the perception or his consideration about them is right or wrong. So somebody keeping hatred, through the hatred he is thinking, his thought cannot be right. That's why he says it's wrong view. Then the Buddha said, if somebody at that person keeping wrong view in his heart, if he died, there will be two destinies to go after life, hell or an animal rebirth. So in this case, the commentaries also explain that, yeah, uncertainty, the Buddha say hell or an animal rebirth. But if that person definitely hold that view and live on that view and die, he will definitely go to hell. And this is commentary explanation, is his comment. Because in the other sutta, you say that if the wrong view completely occupying the mind, he has to go to be born in hell. Okay, so anyway, none of them is good destination, animal realms or hell. Then given this reasoning, proper reasoning to the Lohija, the Buddha let him, the Lohija, know the reasoning. Then also make sure, Buddha make sure given the second example, including, the first example, because the Lohija is in the position he enjoying all the benefits. So sometimes for some people it is hard if it is not harmful to himself. It's not easy to recognize it is harmful, although he knows it is harmful to others. But in the second example, keeping the in-vicinity Kosala to enjoy, in the position to enjoy the benefits, then the Buddha say, if in Kosala, so because he ruled two countries, we can say the two countries, Kasi and Kosala. So you may know about the Kasi, the capital city was Varanasi, Kasi. Then Kosala is Savatthi. So he ruled the two countries that time. So ruling that, and if somebody say King Kosala should enjoy the fruits and benefits of these two countries, not sharing with anybody else, including Brahmin Lohija. He should enjoy it. He should take all of them. So if somebody say it is the danger, making the danger of those who are living depending on the King Kosala, taking his salary. So in this case, the Brahmin Lohija also included in the laws in his world. So then the same thing, the Buddha giving the reasoning. Then yeah, so without any considerate thought, and he may say, and also his mind will be full of hatred, and also it will be wrong view. Okay, the same thing if he died with such kind of wrong view, and any of two destinations the same. And so the Buddha come to the point again. Suppose ascetics or Brahmin want to discover, as the Lohija hold this reasoning, some good doctrine. So he has practice and he know how to teach. And he thought he ought not to declare, not to teach anyone else. And yeah, if it happen, if somebody say whether he make the source or he be the source of danger for those who can be the follower, practicing the teaching, the Dhamma, the teaching, the Dhamma taught by the Tathagata. So here it refers to the Tathagata directly. So some people following, if the Buddha teach, they will follow the teaching and discipline. Then they will attain certain fruits according to their profession. Some will be stream entry, first stage of enlightenment, some second stage, once returning, and some third stage, non-returning, some final stage of arahantship, according to their profession. Or some people, although they don't attain any stages of enlightenment, and then they can be ripen the seeds of rebirth in Deva realms. So after this life, they will be reborn in the better realm of existence, so called Deva or Brahma. This somebody saying that, oh, you should not teach, rejecting the teaching. He is a sort of danger for all achievement for the followers. By doing so, he has no compassion. So he is uncompassionate. And also his heart, not keeping any consideration or compassion to others who can be attained, who can attain that. His mind is hostile to and also constitute with wrong view. Then finally lead to, and one of the destination hell or animal path. So this is how the Buddha convinced the Brahmin Lohija. His reasoning, even reasoning, is without any compassion or not fruitful. Holding that somebody, ascetics or Brahmin, after practicing, achieve, and then just go and enjoying his achievement other than teaching. If he is saying that his reasoning is harmful to the many disciples, many people, to let the Brahmin Lohija know. Then the same thing, the Buddha repeated. Then the Buddha explained there are three kinds of teacher. Okay, so in this one, because you were already making this kind of reasoning, and I will introduce three categories of teachers in this one. Those are blameworthy, as you said. One of them can be matched with your reasoning. So if anyone blames such teacher, such kind of one or three teachers, his blame is proper. So in this case, Buddha say, your reasoning can apply to this teacher. True, in accordance with the realities. So what are these three teachers? Let's see. Then the first one, he gone forward. I mean, he started his own search for the good achievement, to understand something through his own practice and approach into the ascetic lives. then he has not gained the goal or asceticism. It means he didn't accomplish his own practice, but he tried to teach his disciple, whoever want to listen, his teaching, he formulate the teaching, although he is not being successful. He trying to teach, oh, this is good for your good, and this is for your happiness, you do it, although it is not accomplished. Then the follower, the pupil, although they come to listen in the ascetic groups, in that case, during the time of the Buddha, different leaders hosting their audience. But his disciple, his pupil, don't wish to listen to his teaching. I mean, they don't believe it, to attain something good through his practice or something happiness. Then also they don't arouse thought or enlightenment, or it's hopeless. And also the teacher's instruction are faultless. There's this kind of rejected actually. So, or disrespected. In this case, because in both sides, he could not accomplish by his own practice, and he could not let the other people understand about the good practice. In both sides, he is not successful. So the Buddha gave a man, example of a man who are trying to approach to the woman, trying to approach to the woman rejects her and then hasten to the other side. And he just trying to embrace from behind, that woman who does not have any affection on him. I mean, it's not meaningful at all. So this kind of teaching, this kind of action of teaching is considered as the action or the doctrine based on attachment. He just trying to be a religious leader without accomplishment of practice, and also not being successful in the proper teaching. That's why he is the first teacher who is blameworthy teacher, the first one. Okay, so for the second one, the same thing, he has not gained, and he teach. But his pupil wish to hear, they wish to listen to their teacher's doctrine, and also they arouse a thought of enlightenment. But the teacher's instructions are not important. Then in this case, because of his weakness, he is not being successful. In this case, he can be blameworthy. And the example is given that leaving his own field, he should think another's field in need of weeding. So in this case, the Buddhist principle in Dhammavada, the Buddha said the one to be a proper state of teaching, he should train himself first to be accomplished and train the others afterward. This is the principle. Because he could not train himself first, he also blameworthy one, although he is in some kind helpful to the others. It's just like they are the weeding the others feel, other than he emphasized his own practice. Then the third one, he accomplished his practice, gaining the goal of asceticism for himself. But when he teach to others, although he teach properly, and they don't wish to listen to him, his instructions are disrespected. Also, he is blameworthy. He should be blamed too, because he is cutting through old feta and making new one, just like the Brahmin Lohija make conclusion. So here in this case, although he attained through his own practice and give the proper teaching, why he is still be blameworthy? He should be blamed. From his side, it seemed good, but the reason is for disciples' side, for the pupil, they are not willing to listen. Okay, so if they are not willing to listen, and he should stop there teaching, and he should enjoy his achievement. If he stop there, and it is not blameworthy. If he keep trying to teaching, or this is a kind of making something new, improper way. So in this case, if the pupil, they are not willing to listen, and giving more Dhamma talk, more and more forcing. This something like not respect to the Dhamma. If he respect to the Dhamma and the value of Dhamma, he should know when he should stop. And now, regardless of the Dhamma's value, and then he just trying to push other people to listen, giving a different kinds of attraction or something. Nowadays we see that other people are not interested in, and yeah, the Dhamma teacher, they should provide kinds of the promotion or something. This may be considered as in this case. So we have to consider how to respect to the Dhamma and how to maintain the position of Dhamma. Although this is really valuable to the people, if they understand, and then that will be very beneficial. But if they don't wish to hear, if they don't like to listen, giving the instruction is a kind of disputing to the Dhamma. So we should let the people in their own way. Okay, go there. The Dhamma's value will be maintained there. So Dhamma, for that case, Dhamma, we can say that Dhamma is for the wise, who has insight to make a wish, the benefits of Dhamma. If somebody rejecting the benefits of Dhamma, the value of Dhamma, he is not worthy of Dhamma talk or the instruction. We should let them be there. So according to this teaching, okay, so in this case, the Brahmin Lohija understand all these are three kinds of teacher for their own weakness, and they can be blamed. They should be blamed, and then they are blameworthy. Okay, so are there any teachers in the world who are not blameworthy? Okay, what kind of teacher is not blameworthy? He asks. And then the Buddha start again, as we have learned through the many sutta here. The Tathagata arise and he taught the Dhamma. Then having realized by his own super knowledge, so after understanding, after having enlightenment, the Buddha start to preach Dhamma. So from that case, the Buddha is not blameworthy. And also, the disciple, they listen to the Dhamma and then practice the Dhamma properly. Then, by following, the Buddha is teaching the disciple, they attain such kind of distinction. It means the first jhana here. Also complete the morality or restraining the sixth storm. At any stage, these are all good achievement. for disciple. That's why for that case, the Buddha, so the teacher, just like a Buddha, whoever, we can say that he can accomplish and he can teach. The disciple are listening and practicing to be a fruitful achievement. Then it's not blamed. It should not be blamed. Then if somebody trying to blame such kind of teacher, it is improper, untrue. Then, so keep explaining that for the achievement, the higher three jhana also, and also various kinds of insight just mentioned, as mentioned in the Sutta number 2, Samanyaphala Sutta, and throughout the line of achievement. So he is not blameworthy, such kind of teacher, and also realize the Four Noble Truths and reach into the cessation of the corruption, aswakya jnana, the higher achievement. So the teacher, the disciple of the teacher already attained, and such kind of teacher is not blameworthy. If somebody trying to blame him, and it is not proper way. So the Buddha explained to the Brahmin Lohija. So altogether, we can understand the 4 kinds of teacher. 3 kinds are blameworthy, and 1 kind, final one, is not blameworthy. Then the being satisfied to correct his own reasoning, and the Brahmin Lohija appreciate the Buddha's correction. And he say, as a man were to see someone by hair who has stumbled and was falling into a pit. So he thought that, oh, I was the man, just like the stumbling and then almost falling down into a pit and get in trouble. And the Buddha considered it as the one who saved to him and put it into the firm ground. So I was almost falling into the pit. If I don't listen to you, or I didn't have a chance to listen to your correction, then now, after listening that, and then I can make my reasoning correct, then you haven't said. So I appreciate, and the same thing, just like it is giving the light to me and accept me as a lay follower. Yeah, this is the Sutta, the message in the Lohija Sutta. So it's not many information here, but it is good to know, because we sometimes we make our own reasoning and make conclusion of our own, being satisfied with that, and we don't listen to others. It is dangerous sometimes. That's why this Sutta remind us, for myself, I understand, or even though the conclusion match with my reasoning, I should listen to the others, otherwise, and wiser than ourselves. Then we should straighten our view, our reasoning. We should revise our view if it is not correct yet. Okay, so I hope you can apply this kind of teaching into your daily life session. Thank you very much. And let's move to the question and answer. Yeah, thank you.
Dandy, are you ready for the next section? Okay, I think let me continue. Sadhus, thank you. Thank you very much for the teaching today.